Hey there viewers, we're all scared of cancer. It's one of the greatest causes of death in America, second to heart attacks. Depending on the type, survival rates can be very low, even with early diagnosis. In today's video, we'll be talking about the 7 deadliest cancers. Why did lung cancers top our list? What's the symptoms and treatments? What about lung cancer survival rate? Is pancreatic cancer deadly? We'll be discussing all of these and more. Number 1. Lung cancer. Lung and bronchial cancer is one of the most common cancers. At least 1 in 13 men in the US will get it at some stage of their life. For women, it's 1 in 16. If you're 65 years or older, it's an even more common occurrence. The biggest cause for lung cancer is smoking. Secondhand smoke is also a factor. So even if you don't smoke tobacco yourself, you could still end up contracting lung cancer if you hang around smokers too much. Lung cancer is also possible if you're exposed to too much asbestos. If you have a family history of lung cancer, then you're prone to getting it as well. Some of the symptoms of lung cancer revolve around coughing. If you've developed a new cough that hasn't gone away, it could be a sign. Coughing up blood is also a pretty big sign. Shortness of breath and chest pain are other symptoms you need to look out for. Developing a hoarse voice and getting frequent headaches are also an indication. Do you smoke often? Have you tried quitting? What's it like? Share your experiences with the Bestie community in the comments below. Number 2. Colorectal cancer. This is another common type of cancer. About 1 in 20 people in the US end up getting colorectal cancer at some point in their lives. Old age is one of the main reasons behind colorectal cancer. As you grow older, the risk of getting colon cancer goes up. Genetics also contribute. You're likely to get colon cancer if you have a family history of the disease. Do you love whiskey shots and beer? Maybe try to cut back a little. Turns out, alcohol increases your risk of colon cancer. If you have more than 3 drinks every day, your risk is actually quite high. Being obese can also put you in the high-risk category. One of the main symptoms of this cancer is change in your bowel movements. If you have persistent diarrhea or constipation, you're going to want to get your colon checked. If there's a change in your stool consistency, that's another indication. Blood in the stool is a big sign. If you have constant abdominal pain or you consistently feel your bowel is not emptied completely, don't brush it off. That can be symptoms of colorectal cancer. Number 3. Breast cancer. Breast cancer occurs because of a clone or single transformed cell. It takes a longer time for these cells to become fully active. Breast cancer is more common among women than men. Around 1 in 8 women in the US will end up with breast cancer at some point in their lives. While the odds for men are much lower, 1 in 1,000. It's not just the gender that increases the likelihood of getting breast cancer. Age is another factor. Women are more likely to get breast cancer after menopause. If you want to reduce your risk, getting into the healthy BMI range could help, as obesity is another likely cause for breast cancer. People who have taken hormone replacement therapy are also at a higher risk. Family history and alcohol consumption also factor in. It's advised that women constantly check their breasts for signs of cancer. If you feel a lump in your breast or underarm, that's the first sign you're affected by the disease. Your doctor will be able to confirm with a mammogram. Another symptom would be swelling in your armpit or collarbone. This swelling is likely to happen before you feel lumps in your breasts. Be on alert if this happens. Self-examination can be life-saving. If you notice random changes in the shape of your breast, or you see unusual discharge coming from them, get a thorough checkup done. These could be symptoms of breast cancer. Number 4. Pancreatic cancer. While not as common as the types of cancer we just talked about, pancreatic cancer does occur among 1 in 67 people in the US. It's one of the more deadly diseases you can get. This cancer acts quickly and can leave you with painful symptoms before becoming fatal. Family history is one of the main reasons behind pancreatic cancer. If you're a smoker, you need to quit this habit as it increases your risk. Obesity and chronic inflammation of your pancreas are other factors that increase its likelihood. Wondering what the symptoms of this type of cancer are? Well, one of the biggest is jaundice. That's because pancreatic cancer blocks your bile duct from releasing the bile juice into the intestines. As the bile becomes more concentrated, your skin and eyes become yellow. If you have pancreatic cancer, you're likely to suffer from abdominal pain along with back pain. You'll also feel bloated. That or you'll feel full after small meals. Nausea and vomiting are also linked with pancreatic cancer. Before we move ahead, here's another video you might like. Watch and learn more about the 7 dangerous symptoms mostly ignored by women. Number 5. Prostate cancer. This is another cancer you've probably heard quite a bit about. That's because it's just so common, so much so that 1 in 7 people will end up suffering from it at some point in their lives. Men are particularly vulnerable, especially after the age of 50. Prostate cancer is most common in men over 65. Just like the other cancers listed, if it runs in your family, you're at a higher risk of getting it. Sometimes gene changes can also be a cause. Unfortunately, if you want to stay healthy, you need to cut down on your red meat and high-fat dairy products, as these foods increase your risk of prostate cancer. Eating more fruits and vegetables might also help reduce your risk. Let's get to prostate cancer symptoms. Frequent urination is one of them. If it's combined with weak urine flow, it's time to get yourself screened. Blood in your urine is another indicator. If these signs have popped up in your life all of a sudden, get yourself checked by a health professional. It could be because of prostate cancer. Another symptom of this is pain while you're sitting, or a burning sensation when you urinate. Number 6. Leukemia. There are many types of leukemia, but almost all of them involve cancer of the blood-forming tissues in your bone marrow and lymphatic system. The cancer causes an abnormal amount of white blood cells to be produced. Family history once again plays a vital role in determining the risk of leukemia. If you smoke a lot, it could lead to the development of a form known as myeloid leukemia. Another factor is Down syndrome. Certain blood disorders increase the probability of getting leukemia. Even getting treated for cancer through chemo or radiation could result in leukemia down the road. One of the main symptoms of leukemia is excessive sweating at night. This disease also makes you feel fatigued and weak, even when you've gotten decent rest. You'll also feel pain in your bones. The enlargement of your liver and spleen also points towards leukemia. The same goes for red spots on your skin. If you bleed while you're brushing or you face frequent infections, get a medical opinion. These are also symptoms. Number 7. Non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Lymphocytes are a type of white blood cell. There's a specific type of cancer called non-Hodgkin lymphoma, NHL, that occurs when tumors build up from these lymphocytes. Basically, when your body builds up too many lymphocytes, these additional cells don't die. Instead, they turn cancerous and enlarge the lymph nodes. There are no obvious risk factors for NHL. People above the age of 60 are more susceptible to this type of cancer. Immunosuppressant drugs are a big risk factor for NHL. Infections like HIV and Epstein-Barr virus can also result in NHL. If you're constantly exposed to chemicals such as weed and insect killers, the likelihood increases. Abdominal and chest pains are the main symptoms of NHL. Pay attention to chronic cough and difficulty in breathing. They're symptoms of NHL. Fatigue and fever are also associated. Cancer can be deadly, there's no doubt about it. But your best weapons against it are early detection, information, and proper care. There are foods you must avoid eating as they increase your chances of getting this dreadful disease. Knowing about common cancer signs can also help with early detection. Here's what you need to know. Check out 12 cancer-causing foods you should not eat. Or how about 8 common cancer signs that are almost always ignored? Go ahead and click one, or better yet, watch both, and learn more about how to avoid cancer. Did you know about these 7 deadly cancers before watching this video? Let us know in the comments below.